Biden quit. Let's take a look at it. Joseph R. Biden Jr., July 21st, 2024. It says, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made some historic investments in rebuilding our nation. I'd say rebuilding Ukraine, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. And, oh shoot, it's got cuss words on here, so let me just go up here. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We protected and preserved our democracy and revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it's been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. Your decision, you just told us for the past week, and you had all of your cronies on there saying you're not dropping out, and that's ridiculous. Who's saying I'm going to drop out? No one. Remember the whispers? I thought it was the Yin Yang Twins song. For now, let's express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for their faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have been. There's nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. What do you guys think? Joe Biden drops out. Can't say that I didn't see this happening. Lots of us were predicting that this was going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, they were going to lose. It was over. It was apparent it was over even before the assassination attempt. The assassination attempt just, woke up all of the silent people that already believed what they believed, and then woke up that American patriotism, and not saying that an event like that should just wake somebody up, but it did. It was a pivotal moment in American history, and you got to see the best of the best and the worst of the worst in people, which I was actually preparing for. Well, I got to cut some of it out, but I was preparing for my next show, had some of these toxic people from Canada, America, just saying these horrible things about the attempted assassination, and just kind of going over the toxic culture that is kind of a threat to the democracy in a way. Some of these people, they do have freedom of speech, but then when it incites violence and things like that, you can look up the laws. That gets a little dangerous. But yes, Joe Biden dropped out. Who would have not guessed? I thought it was going to be in September, but I think they're trying to save face. The Democratic Party is eating itself from within right now. You can see that. There's whispers that the president denied that they're not whispers. And let's just see what some people have to say about this. I mean, this is from Joseph. This is from President Biden's own, dropping 21 minutes ago. President Biden already had 37 million views and 178 reposts